You might be eating poison and not even know it. Every time you grab a snack, pour cereal, or pop open a soda, there's a chance you're consuming harmful chemicals disguised as flavor or preservatives. Most of us assume that if something's on the shelf, it must be safe, right? Wrong. In this video, I'm counting down the top 5 most dangerous food additives still found in US products, some of which are banned in other countries for good reason. Stick around. The number 1 ingredient might be in something you eat every week, maybe even every day. Let's dive in. 5. Red 40 and other artificial dyes. Red 40 isn't just a color, it's a synthetic dye made from petroleum, the same stuff used in motor oil and fuel. It's added to make food look fun and exciting. Bright red candy, fruit punch, even pink yogurt and children's vitamins. But what's hidden behind the color? Studies have linked Red 40 and other artificial dyes like Yellow 5 and Blue 1 to hyperactivity, especially in children. Parents have reported mood swings, irritability, and focus issues that magically go away when these dyes are removed from a child's diet. In animal studies, Red 40 has shown potential for causing immune system tumors and even DNA damage. That's not a small deal. In Europe, products with Red 40 require a warning label that says it may have an adverse effect on activity and attention in children. That's enough to scare most companies into removing it entirely over there. But in the US? No label, no warning, no problem, at least for manufacturers. Red 40 is still used in countless items: cereals, energy drinks, flavored snacks, gelatin desserts, even toothpaste. Want to protect yourself? Look for labels that say, no artificial colors, or opt for brands that use natural dyes from beets, turmeric, or paprika extract. 4. BHA and BHT, butylated hydroxyanisole and butylated hydroxytoluene. They sound like something from a chemistry textbook, and that's because they are. BHA and BHT are chemical antioxidants added to processed foods to prevent fats and oils from going rancid. They extend shelf life. That's their job. But what do they do to your body? The National Institutes of Health classifies BHA as reasonably anticipated to be a human carcinogen. In animal studies, high doses of BHT have caused liver enlargement, behavioral changes, and developmental issues. These chemicals may also disrupt the endocrine system, your body's hormone balance, and some experts believe they can interfere with brain development during childhood. Still, you'll find them in everyday foods: breakfast cereals, microwave popcorn, instant potatoes, gum, and even some cosmetics and packaging. In Europe, BHA and BHT are either restricted or banned outright. Here in the States, still legal, still on shelves, still being consumed by millions of people, many of whom have no idea what these acronyms even stand for. Want to avoid them? Check the ingredients list for BHA and BHT. If you see them, skip it. 3. Potassium bromate. This one's sneaky. You won't see it splashed across a label, but it's there, quietly hiding in many types of bread, rolls, and baked goods. Potassium bromate is used by some commercial bakeries to improve dough strength and make bread rise faster. It gives baked goods a fluffier texture. But what else is it doing? In lab animals, potassium bromate has caused kidney tumors, thyroid problems, and damage to the lining of the digestive tract. The International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies it as a possible human carcinogen. And yet, here we are, still eating it. Countries like the UK, Brazil, Canada, and the EU have outright banned potassium bromate. It's considered too risky. But the US FDA hasn't fully banned it, despite mounting evidence. You'll find it in hamburger buns, sandwich bread, pizza dough, and dinner rolls. The worst part? It's not always labeled clearly. Sometimes it just says enriched flour or dough conditioner. Pro tip: buy fresh baked bread from local bakeries or those labeled bromate free. Whole food stores and organic brands are your safest bet. 2. Sodium nitrate and sodium nitrite. You've probably seen these names on the label of your favorite deli meats or bacon, but what do they really do? Sodium nitrate and nitrite are used to preserve processed meats, maintain their pink color, and enhance flavor. But here's the dangerous part. When cooked at high heat, like frying or grilling, they can react with proteins in the meat to form nitrosamines, chemicals that are known to cause cancer. The World Health Organization didn't mince words. It classified processed meat, yes, that includes bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and ham, as a Group 1 carcinogen. That's the same group as tobacco and asbestos. So, yeah, your breakfast sausage might be putting you at serious risk. Nitrates have also been linked to an increased risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. And kids, they're even more vulnerable due to their smaller body size and developing systems. Some brands now offer nitrate-free or uncured options, but even those may use celery powder, which contains natural nitrates that can form nitrosamines too. Your best bet: limit your intake of processed meats. Choose fresh, unprocessed proteins and look for meat labeled nitrate/nitrite free. 1-MSG, monosodium glutamate. MSG is one of the most controversial additives on this list. It's a flavor enhancer used in everything from instant noodles to canned soups, salad dressings, fast food, chips, and frozen meals. It gives that savory, umami-rich taste that makes food hard to stop eating. But here's the thing. While the FDA considers MSG generally recognized as safe, many people report sensitivity to it. Symptoms like headaches, nausea, brain fog, chest tightness, sweating, and numbness. Animal studies have raised concerns about potential neurotoxicity, with some research suggesting MSG could affect brain health when consumed in high doses. Even more troubling? Manufacturers often hide MSG under different names: yeast extract, hydrolyzed protein, autolyzed yeast, caseinate, natural flavors. So even if you think you're avoiding it, you might not be. Want to steer clear? Avoid ultra-processed foods, cook more at home, and if you see vague terms like flavor enhancers or natural flavor, be skeptical. Final thoughts. The food industry doesn't want you to know this. These additives are cheap for manufacturers. They make food last longer, look brighter, taste better, and hook you into buying more. But the cost to your health? Potentially massive. If you want to play it safe, read your labels. Choose whole foods. Avoid ultra-processed products. Stay educated, just like you are right now. You don't have to be perfect, but the more informed you are, the more control you have over what goes into your body. Drop a comment if you found any of these sneaky additives in your pantry. I'd love to hear what surprised you the most. And if you want more videos breaking down what's really in your food, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your health is your wealth. Protect it.